morning, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Team Money Outdoors. We are currently on our way to the pond and see if these cooler fall temperatures have translated to getting them to move back up shallow to where we can actually snipe a few of them from shore. If you saw the last video, you saw me going over the reason why we cannot use the boat anymore. So I just, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of work. I kind of dove into it the other night after I got done filming the video, and it's gonna be a lot of work, but I digress. So we are going to try, I've been off and on trying this pond from shore. Now mind you, can only fish from the dock, so it's very limited in what you can do. But I have been constantly checking and rechecking this to see if they had moved up and we could get any off the shore. So we'll see. I think what we're gonna do today is I got a football jig tied on right now with a that 100,000, 10,000 fish or whatever, yodel worm, I believe, with the tickle tail. So we're gonna see if we can make that do any good. Apologize, that was my phone. So we're gonna see if that'll do any good. The time of recording this little drive session to the pond, I just got done getting a MRI at my local hospital of my neck and my back to find out how intense the two surgeries that they want to do are going to be. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that we can knock them both out between November and December. That's my hopes. So that come next spring I can get out there and hopefully get the boat put back together and get back on the water by next season. I'm gonna fish now until either there's snow or it's to the point temperature wise where my body just says no more. So let's go down here to the water and throw the little jig around. I say little, it's I think 3/4 of an ounce, but we'll go throw that around for a few, see if we can catch maybe one or two. Generally speaking, when it's good up on shore at this spot, and catch one or two a morning and one or two at night. So we'll go down here. I would imagine that there's not too many boats on the water this morning because it is 47 degrees, give or take. But anyways, guys, while you're waiting for me to get to the pond, go ahead and drop a comment down below and let me know how you guys like the videos so far. Leave a like if you like what you're seeing, and subscribe so you can see more content from me. Click the notification bell down there, enable all notifications, that way you see as soon as I upload. I think that's about all the housekeeping stuff we got to do, and I will see you guys when I get all rigged up and on the water. Alright guys, we're on the water, we're walking through the water. Here's the jig paired up with that tickle tail. One thing I always like to do like to pitch at the dock a little bit. I'm pretty sure there's a fish living under that dock. It's pretty grassy, but just see if we can't trim us up one. What do you think? One thing I contemplated coming down and flipping this grass just to see maybe if I flipped it. But it's the getting towards the end of when you can actually fish unless you like the cold weather. So I've got all but 2 of my rods put up. I don't really have a flipping rig there tied up, so not that I'm opposed to flipping without braid, but tungsten. These expensive weights. So I'd rather be skiing at a big fish than all that grass. Might done give up on this jig and go grab my worm. So we're gonna try a new technique, guys. We're gonna swim it, because I'm sure there are rules for fishing, but who cares, right? As long as you're out there having fun. Let's swim this thing and see what happens. Never know, something may just annihilate it. I know it's not a swim jig, but that little tickle tail back there. Oh, that was grass. That was just grass. But hook sets are free. You never know. You could not set the hook on one and potentially, oh, can't talk today, boys and girls. Potentially miss catching your biggest ever. I don't know if you saw that, the GoPro or not, but I come through that spot right there, and a bunch of bait fish broke the surface. So let's go through there one more time and see. I'm not reeling it super fast. I mean, not going slow either, but so the main thing, especially on this body of water, this is a smallmouth dominated, called a pond because that's literally the name of it, but this, as a general rule, is a smallmouth dominated pond. Now I've caught, I don't know, only caught 6 or 7 largies out of here in the last 2 years, so I've caught dozens of smallies, pike, but mainly smallies. Smallies usually react better to swim baits than they do like jigs and stuff, but I have flipped a jig. I don't know if y'all can see all those. That's a lot of... a lot of bait fish by this dock right now. I don't know if you can see them flashing under there or not, but I attempted to go grab a rock trap. silver rock trout because I'm seeing silver flashes all over the place. It's just so dang grassy that I don't really feel like fighting with it. Honestly, that's the only reason I'm swimming this thing, guys. It's just because of all the grass. Oh. There's a large tree right through here. There's generally, if there's fish up here, they're on this tree. There's the tree right there. Alright guys, we're re-rigged. I'm sticking with the same rod because this is I have a really nice rod in the truck that's specifically for soft plastic like Texas rigs, darts, you know, fluke style baits, stuff like that. But now, remember I said leave a comment for popper or a whopper popper style bait, right? I'm gonna throw you guys for a loop. I grabbed a topwater walking bait. Let me explain why. So it was the only topwater I have. There we go. But anyways, it was the only topwater that I had that was like silver. Everything else just, being how I keep seeing these silver flashes, I wanted to match the hatch. Let's see if we can get this thing cranked. Yeah, look how cool that thing walks. It's insane. It's such a good color, really. Silver. It's called silver flash, I believe, is what Googan calls it. Now, I'm not sure you're going to see this first, or if I'll post the video where I talk about what exactly happened in Minnesota to why there's no fishing content. But I did buy a couple baits while I was out there. And like I said, the surprise is that they are not Googan baits. I did buy Googan, I shouldn't say that. I bought that Googan. They call it the gridiron jig. And I don't remember, like bluegill or something. Like I say, I'm not sure which video is going to get published first. If I'll do this one or that one. So I won't talk. All I'm going to say is, what do you guys think? Non-Googan baits on the channel. Now, that's nothing new. Now, they are some of the first non-Googan hard baits we've had on the channel. Like this one's the Guggenhound. And so the reason for all that boys, if we were on the boat, I think we'd be getting cranked out there. But I went into decent detail. Sorry, I got distracted. I went into pretty decent detail about why I bought the 2 baits that I bought. So I won't beat it to death in this video. What I will say is, when you're not sponsored by anybody, you know, like, I mean, I got 21 subs. I don't even get paid from YouTube, guys. I have no sponsors. This is just me out here fishing. Now, mind you, we're trying our best to bring you all some content, but no, that was a horrible cast. That's a better one. But there's no way sponsoring this. So, because I don't have no bait sponsors or, you know, channel sponsors other than myself and my love for fishing, I'm having a horrible time walking this morning. Luckily, the Guggenhound plops too. There it goes. The thing is the baits I bought are a little cheaper because they're swim jigs. So swim jig wise, they're a little cheaper than the Guggen swim jigs. But it wasn't really about the money. It was about the fact that, yes, I love Guggen stuff. And yes, they make really good stuff. But I wanted to show that you could nobody says you have to fish one or the other, or not even the 2 baits that I'm discussing at the moment. Oh, but that was almost bad. Almost all these baits, guys, will actually catch fish. I don't get over the moon about bait companies. Nah, as I've said multiple times, I love Guggen, but I also have fished every other brand out there and caught fish. I just like Guggen because I think on average for me, in my fishing style, they work the best. So but I think they all work great. I think 6th Sense has some really cool baits out. I I think Guggen makes some really cool baits as well. Biospawn makes some really good stuff. If you're more a traditionalist, Strike King's really good. I'm just not a huge advocate of Strike King, I guess. Their stuff works. It's not my cup of tea. That's what's nice about living in the free country of America. Choices. Alright guys, well that is all for today. If you've made it this far in the video, I greatly appreciate you. And thanks for being a part of the Team Money movement that we're going to create here on YouTube. And don't forget guys, help me get to 100 subscribers. When we hit 100, we're going to do a giveaway. So make sure to be part of the movement and get yourself some cool stuff. When we do the 100 subscriber giveaway, we're gonna do one at 100, we're gonna do one at 500, and we're gonna do a big one at 1,000. 1,000 is what we're aiming for. So sorry guys, I'm trying to back my truck into my parking spot. But y'all, until the next time, tight lines and good luck.